Today, I want to show you some ads that I think should be plain out illegal. Now, why do I think some ads, especially on eBay, should be illegal? Well, let me show you. First off, at the surface, this looks like a pretty solid graphics card. It is priced somewhat reasonably. I would say it's probably $200 or $300 less than it should be if it was just MSRP, but you are buying this from secondhand. So it does seem like a reasonable price compared to the $2,000 and $3,000 you're seeing from scalpers. Now, this card, it says, see the description for specs, but at the surface, there is nothing wrong with this card. It has a serial number. It has, all the right specs. The only problem is when you go down here, it says that this is, and I have an extra photo of this GPU I do not need and I cannot return. I am selling a piece of standard printer paper with a picture, and if you buy this, you acknowledge that you're just getting you're buying the title and description. Now at the surface, this one actually isn't that bad. They're plain out putting fine print in there that says, oh yes, you're buying a piece of paper. Now, a lot of the ads that we'll show you a little bit later on in today's video will do this under the premise of stopping scalping. Now let me just be clear. I freaking hate scalpers. I think it is morally wrong, etc. But people will do things to make money and you can't really fight that. But another comment I want to just make is I have the programming knowledge that I could write these bots if I wanted to. Luckily, my 1080 Ti is more than enough for me playing Minecraft all day, and I have no issue with the card I have now. But if you really wanted to, I definitely could write these bots, and I would not put these on eBay. eBay is the place where scalpers will sell their products and not buy products. Scalpers are not going to focus on eBay where all the scalpers are selling their graphics cards for $2,000 or $3,000. They'd rather develop the site for Nvidia straight off their website, or all these other retailers like Newegg, Amazon, all these different places. So there is no logical reason why scalpers would be focusing on eBay. Now I understand a vast majority of scalpers will of course stick with those websites. There might be a few, but to say that you're focusing these ads on stopping scalpers, you're not going to actually do that at all. And I personally think a lot of these ads are actually geared towards people that are uneducated, like a grandparent or something, or a parent that bought this, maybe even a girlfriend, for example. I wish. Maybe they bought this card, but they didn't know. I feel like you are much more likely to run into issues of parents or grandparents buying this card than you are for scalpers. I'd say it's probably, you're looking at a 9 times out of 10, it will not be a scalper that purchases this card. It will be an unsuspecting victim. And I really think this should be on the level of some of the scams we looked at before. I am all for stopping scalping, but this is clearly not the way to do it. So let me just be clear. Stopping scalping doing this method isn't really going to do much. Scalpers are not going to be focused on eBay. Now, if you really want to hit scalpers where it hurts, I clearly do not recommend going through and bidding up prices and then not paying for graphics cards that are exorbitantly overpriced on eBay. I absolutely do not recommend doing that. Please don't do that. But if we really want to have that conversation, that's it. So let's take a look at some other of these ads just to show you the level of misleading practices that we like to cover on this channel. So here is an RTX 3090. Now, what really gets me mad about these first two ads is these are talking about 3090 graphics cards. These are obviously cards that are extremely expensive, and people shelling out for a buy it now purchase of MSRP of the card to get a piece of paper. You're not doing anything for this. Scalpers are not going to pick up on this. Scalpers are not going to program in to even bid on this stuff because it's clearly a scam. So you're really just hurting the innocent buyers. So here's another card which we can take a look at this, and they have, it's MSRP. It is a 3090. It's got all the information. It says see item description. Now, if I were to look at this right now, this is a card at MSRP. This is something you would buy from Nvidia's website for MSRP at this price. And you go down here, and it turns out this is just a printed digital image of the RTX 3090. Well, I am sure this design is patented, and I am sure that Nvidia does not appreciate people selling mad these pictures for mad money. Now you're going, oh, Jade, no one's bought any of these. No one's bought any of these. I wouldn't worry about it. Earlier this week, I looked and I found 5 of these ads that people had actually bought it now and there were actual purchases on. I know for a fact that the 5 people, maybe one might be a scalper. Okay, yeah, that's a possibility. But you are much more likely to get the ignorant with this than you are to get with scalpers, because scalpers actually have the money to buy these cards and are trying to make money off of it. They are going to spend their money wisely because they're very familiar with the hardware. The people that have no idea what the hardware is and they're buying it for somewhere else, or maybe it's their first time buying a graphics card, they're going to be the ones that are going to fall for this. Do not buy if you are expecting a real graphics card. So let's take a look at a 3070 now. Now, not only are all these ads that we've looked at MSRP for these cards, it really makes me mad when you've got the picture, you've got the box, you've got all of this, and then you're trying to profiteer off of it. Picture of a Nvidia RTX 3070 with all the information there. And now here's one that includes a JPEG in it. I don't care that you're giving this to charity. It is morally wrong. You are abusing people who have no idea what they're doing. This is just for the bots. If you're a human, I do not recommend buying. I will send you a JPEG one. I need the money from the scam bots. I would even be willing to go out on a limb that the scalpers are the ones putting this up, because it is good business. If you were to put in the logical mindset here, it would be good business to go through and have a bunch of these ads and have all your competition bidding on your fake picture ads while you had at it with all the real cards, using up people's time and money while you got to go bid on all these cards. And as I said, anytime you see read description before buying, I'd be very cautious, because this is a posting for a photograph of an RTX 3090 or 3070. If you're a human, do not buy this product. This one's pretty clear. I gotta admit that this one at least says it's a picture. But some of these that have the full spec readout, like I don't understand how that applies to a picture, and you're clearly just putting it in there to show up in key results and key search results. So this is exactly what this is the prime premium ad of what I'm talking about. That is literally everything wrong with these ads right now. Absolutely everywhere in here you see Nvidia GeForce RTX 3070. You have the same, I'd say it's a little overpriced. I'd even go out that far. It's a little overpriced, but it's not as overpriced. I think the 3070 is like $500 MSRP. I could be wrong. But it is a little overpriced, but it is still not extremely overpriced. So you look at this and you go down here and you have all of the exact specifications for this graphics card. You have the power pins, everything that looks super accurate. And so this says read the description. So I'm reading the description, and you go down here and you've got literally all the information. You've got you've got serial numbers, you've got product IDs, you've got all this stuff, you've got colors. It literally, they've copied it down here, and you get down to the end and you scroll and oh, there's nothing left. So you just scroll up. Oh, wait, at the bottom it says, oh, don't buy if you're a real person. Now, a bot is going to read the entire page from start to finish and is going to see every bit of text that is in this description. Bots don't really count spaces. They're going to count everything between the 2 divs in the website. There is literally no logical reason to hide this at the bottom unless you are specifically trying to target people that don't know what they're doing. Scalpers and bots will not make the mistake of not reading this. They're going to say, don't buy it. You're just going to program it in. If it says don't buy it to a person, it's going to read it's going to parse the entire phrase in there, and you're going to see that, and it's going to move on to the next ad. Whereas the innocent person that makes this purchase is not going to see this and is going to buy this. And it says no refunds. Now, if you were really going to be intelligent about how you made these, if you were going to be smart about it, include a literal picture in the picture up here. Because scalpers, the bots, already can put in all their credit card information and will make a purchase. So if you really wanted to be smart on it, put something in the picture which is hard as heck to parse into some usable information without deep AI knowledge. You put the picture with saying, this is a picture, a drawing, do not buy if you're a human, instead of hiding it at the bottom. This is the kind of stuff on the internet that makes me mad as heck. Oh yes, EVGA 3060 Ti. Read the description. So this one is even underpriced, which, as I said, if you were going to target this towards actual scalpers, don't put anything in the description about it being a fake card or anything like that. Put it all in the picture, because the picture would be where they'd actually have difficulty parsing it and get information out of it. Because claiming that it is in here, holy crap, power supplies have gotten expensive. Moving on. You're including all the information in here, and yeah, you're basically, read description, condition is new. This, do not buy this as a serious buyer. This is for bots again. Do not buy this. This is a picture of a 3060 Ti that will be mailed in an envelope. And a lot of these are coming from the same location in Missouri. I really think, if I were to take a sincere guess at this, I think that the person doing this is actually a scalper themselves. And I would not be surprised if this person was doing this so that they could have less competition for the actual places that matter. Because if you were a scalper spending your time on eBay, well, eBay's where all the scalpers sell their product, not where they buy from. So I make this video because I want to warn you about eBay, and actually I'll be making probably a short video on about Xbox consoles and PS4s on this, because it's the same deal with those as well. Be careful with what you buy, and be wary that, especially on eBay right now, people are trying really hard to justly claim that they're stopping scalpers when, based off of the evidence and based off of these ads, they're not. They are trying to lure unsuspecting buyers in, and they have now the cover of saying that they're stopping scalpers instead, which is, at least in my opinion, false. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I encourage you to go down in the comments and debate and rebuke everything I've said in this video. And the friendly encouragement of civil discourse, I encourage that on my channel. But I really, in my opinion, see no other reason to hide all that information at the bottom of the ad when it is clearly none other than to scam unsuspecting people and not scalpers out of their money. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed my 15 minutes of rant and pure frustration at people on the internet misguiding their intentions. I hope you have a wonderful day, and if you don't watch any more of my videos, happy holidays, and I hope 2021 is a much better year than this crap